Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be an Indian wedding reception guest sort of makeup tutorial. So this is actually my very first video including my culture into my channel. I love my culture. I love dressing up in Indian clothing. It makes me feel really good. It's just so glamorous and it's not something that you get to do every day. I really love the way that this turned out. It's so pretty and so girly, so I feel like it is very wearable. And of course this is not only limited to Indian wedding receptions. Of course you can wear this wherever you want. I also think it's very Eid appropriate, so I know that Eid is right around the corner, so if you wanted to do this look, then I think it would be perfect. But anyways, I don't want to ramble too long, so let's go ahead and get into the video. For this look, I'm going to start with my eyes just because it is using a lot of heavy glitter and a lot of darker shadows, so I don't want to deal with all the fallout. So I just primed and prepped my lids using those two products. And now I'm using the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette and going in with the shade Shy. And then I wanted to make sure that I get a really nice and crisp edge, so I just took some tape and reduced the stickiness with the back of my hand a little bit just so it's not so harsh on my skin, and applied it and then continued building that color up into my crease. Now taking the shade Sandalwood on a different fluffy brush, I'm going directly under that first shade that we applied. You don't want to go on top of it because that will just hide it and mix the two colors. So you want to try to stay a little bit below it just so that you can see that little bit of pink still peeking through. And then I'm going to go back in with the original shade and just apply that on top just so that you get a little bit more of that pink. And then I'm taking the shade Henna. And this is just going to be to deepen out that outer V and also just go into the crease a little bit, just focusing on the outer V and then dragging whatever's left onto the inner portion. Here I'm just taking that Shy shade on the fluffy brush again and just really helping blend everything together. You want to make sure that this looks as diffused as possible. It can get really easy to make it look really harsh. So you just want to take your time and just blend, blend, blend. Then I'm taking the shade Bossy on the same brush and I'm just applying that to the outer corner just to help deepen that up even more. And now taking the shade Black Truffle on a small pencil brush just to help deepen the look up even further. And then I'm going to take that same fluffy brush that we used Bossy and Henna with and just blend everything together one last time. I want to make sure that the shimmer is as bright and vibrant as possible, so I'm just taking some concealer and just cutting the crease halfway. So I'm not taking it all the way to the outer edge, but just kind of stopping about 3/4 of the way down and just really diffusing that color out. Now I'm taking the Stila Magnificent Metal, and I forget what the exact shade is, but as always it'll be listed in the bottom bar. But I'm just going over where we put the concealer with this shade. Don't worry if it doesn't look really blended right now. You're going to take a brush later and just really blend it all in and it'll look nice and seamless. So now is when I'm going back in with that concealer brush. I just wiped it off and just kind of diffusing the edge before I go back in with the pencil brush and the Black Truffle and Bossy shade mixed together just to really help it all blend together and look nice and seamless. Now I'm using the NYX Matte Liquid Liner for my eyeliner, and my last video is a detailed version of this, so I do go into detail and explain everything that I'm doing here. So if you haven't checked that out, I will leave a card up top somewhere, so be sure to go and check that out. So now I'm using the Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer from Tarte and just applying that to my cheeks, my nose, and my forehead. I like to just take one finger with this and really work it into the skin. And then I'm taking this Fiona Styles Luminous Finish foundation, and I actually just got this yesterday. I guess Ulta is not going to be holding this brand in their stores anymore, so they are having a sale. They're originally $30 and now they're on sale for $8. So if you haven't gotten your hands on it, then I suggest you do, because it's a really good foundation. And now, as per usual, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and applying it to the usual places. And I'm just spraying my beauty blender just to kind of refresh it, and I'm using the Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray for that, and just tapping that concealer out. And to set that on place, I'm using the Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. I just zoomed you guys back in so I can finish up the eyes. So I'm using the NARS via Venito eyeliner and just really working that into my waterline, going really nice and heavy with it, and then taking the shade Bossy and pressing that along my lash line. And then I'm going to use the shade Shy on a pencil brush and just blend all of that together and really diffuse and smoke it out. And to fill in the brows, I'm using the Benefit Kabrow in the number 6 as usual. And I have gotten a lot of questions on how I maintain my brows. So if you guys want to see a video on that, be sure to let me know down below and I'll definitely get that in the works. And then I'm also coating the bottom lashes with the Maybelline Big Shot, and I also applied some stacked false lashes. I'm not exactly sure what lashes I used, but I will definitely list that in the bottom bar. Now to bronze up the face, I'm using the Benefit Hoola bronzer, and this is the very first high-end bronzer that I ever purchased. My toast just got toasted. I don't know if you heard that, but I forgot how good it was. It is so good. It's the perfect shade. It's not too warm, it's not too cool, and it's just the perfect shade for giving you that nice and sun-kissed glow. For my highlight, of course, I'm using the Anastasia Nicole Guerrero palette, and I'm using the shade Glow Getter. For my blush, I'm using NARS Goulue, and the way that I like to do it is just do a little smile or a smirk and just apply it where you see your cheek popping out the most. And then if I feel like there's too much separation between the bronzer, blush, and the highlight, I just go in with this dual fiber brush and just blend it all together, and it looks really nice and seamless. Then I'm taking the MAC lip liner in the shade Whirl, and then I applied the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade London, and on top of that I went in with the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit in the shade Give Me Mocha. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I really do enjoy my culture, and I really loved being able to incorporate it into my channel. I don't know why it took me so long to do this, but it was fun. Better late than never, right? If there's any Indian parties that you guys want to invite me to, just comment down below, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.